her steals, her blocks, everything makes her such a well-rounded player. And the Big Ten regular season champions are on the court, and we are underway in Indianapolis. There is the freshman Howell, her first ever start in college career. And the first shot of the game goes to JuJu Watkins, in and out. The rebound for Kiki Iriafen, and she misses. Watkins flies up to keep the possession alive and loses it out of bounds. How important is it for Indiana to start hitting shots early in this game?
It's crucial. It really is, because you know you're going to have some jitters in this one, Mike. You're taking on this top seed, but you held them close at home in the regular season. That'll give you some confidence as well. Some made buckets.
Sydney Parrish starts off the scoring, the Indiana kid with the first 2 points. The feed inside to Iriafen, no, but she'll head to the free throw line.
For USC in that one.
Trojans average 21 free throw shots per game.
And this is one of the players that had transferred from Stanford, the grad student.
She's one heck of a Scottie Pippen to the JuJu Watkins, Michael Jordan.
Sure is.
Really talented second option. Nice feed inside to Parrish, who corrals it and scores.
That link, I can't even begin to explain what Rhea Marshall does with her wingspan and her size and her mobility. She's a big, long, active guard.
That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, just remarkable. Absolutely incredible what she's done. This is a team that has really relied on the three-point shot. It's such a big emphasis. About 40% of what they do offensively comes from right there.
Now that's the best sign for Indiana thus far. Not only a three-pointer falling, but specifically from Yarden-Gare zone. Because if she hits an early one, usually she is in a great rhythm the rest of the game.
Well, you saw it. The first and second halves were like two different games for her yesterday.
That's the first bucket made for USC after starting out 0 for 3. Another feed inside to Parrish. They've done this a bunch today. This time, Howell with the defense, and it's a miss.
USC's overplaying defensively, and Parrish read it perfectly. You got backdoor cuts. If the D's going to step way out, cut back.
That looked like a push in the back on Caroline Stripling.
Earlier in non-conference play, because she had a little bit of a knee surgery cleanup. But wow, she's a difference maker, especially on the defensive end.
Maria von Olhoffen will fire and miss. The rebound from the player that just checked in, Clarice Akunwafo, a senior from Nigeria, her first minute in the game.
And like we wondered without Rhea Marshall, would USC go with her as a starter? They chose to go with the guard, Avery Marshall instead, or Avery Howell, excuse me. But now they bring in a little more length.
Shea Chesky will drive even among taller players. That time it didn't work, although she gets a palm on the ball there and near turnover.
She's incredibly strong, not afraid to go in against the bigs.
And it took 4 minutes.
One of those players, when the clock's down, who you want to have the ball in her hands?
Sydney Parrish fouled on a three-point shot.
So good at forcing teams to foul her. She uses her body, she leans in.
Parrish is from Fishers, Indiana, a grad senior, so important, vocal leader. She's a fun member on the team. She brings a lot to the table.
You know, what I like is that her shot wasn't going early. She wasn't scoring, but you talk about the rebounds and the assists. Those were the numbers that she was still adding to. When the shot wasn't going, she was still out there. Chesky tried to go in. She tips the shot. She's such a presence, and without Rhea Marshall, she'll be big today.
There's Kiki Iriafen, and USC doesn't take a long time. They will run their offense and quickly get a shot up.
Yep, if they see something they like, they're going to take it, no matter where it is.
The reason they're the highest scoring team in the Big Ten, 81 a game. There's Chloe Moore McNeil inside. And Indiana's made a concerted effort, even against a taller lineup in USC, to go inside early on.
Yeah, I think big keys for them, taking care of the ball, controlling pace, but hitting shots early, you talked about that, and getting to the line if they can. That could be a plus. Nothing wrong with trying to get a team into some foul trouble.
Long two for Iriafen. Moore McNeil brings it up. Gear zone has Meister running the floor. Against CSUN, that was the second most by a Big Ten team ever. They won by 85 points in that game, and they played some really good teams beside as well, as JuJu Watkins gets an easy 2.
They've had tough non-conference as well as now, obviously, in conference play.
Excellent find for Caroline Stripling, but she misses, and the Trojans are running.
I like the options that Indiana has gone with, though. Those cuts to the back, they've been there all game. They're taking them.
Avery Howell gets a friendly roll, and that's back-to-back buckets for USC.
Good to see Avery Howell settle down, getting her first career start here today over Rhea Marshall. Out with illness. Certainly hope she can make her way back.
Here's JuJu Watkins forcing the defense, turning it into offense.
I mean, this is their first time on this floor. Not a lot of practice time here either.
That's Bargesser. Off to Chesky. Chesky on the freshman Howell. Trying to create space. Can't do it. 6 to shoot for Parrish. Inside. She stepped out of bounds.
You could see it there, and they forced the turn.
They're the best team in the country at blocking shots. Iriafen, Akinwafo, hard to stop that. 5-point deficit for Indiana. More McNeil, tough left-handed shot, but gets her own rebound and gets fouled on the putback.
After missing the first one, stays with it.
This is More McNeil's 151st game played.
Holding it at 148.
0 bench points in that victory.
Yeah, which is not typical of this team. They rely heavily on the starters, but they usually get quite a bit from those coming in.
Watkins creates space so efficiently. She's up to 8. Lexi Bargesser to Strickland. More points in the paint for Indiana.
Multiple times now, Indiana pushing a bit of a half-court fast break to an extent because the defense isn't set yet, and USC is not getting back in time. A lot of layup opportunities for IU.
1 second difference between shot and game. Bargesser on Watkins. Iriafen. Double teamed and scores. And that'll be how the quarter comes to a close. 12 points in the paint for USC, and JuJu Watkins has 8 points.
They've had to make some tweaks and changes. They've gone a little smaller. They've gone a little bigger. That's the positive for USC to have some depth.
The last 6 shots for USC have gone in. That's a turnover.
Get some other buckets, and that'll open that up.
Great defense. There's nowhere for Chesky to go, and then Howell forces a turnover. Here's Samuels, and Chesky takes it right back. Nowhere to go. That is a huge height disadvantage for Chesky on Iriafen. Amendola misses the shot, and Watkins has it.
Well, it's great hustle and effort. Amendola trying to bail out Chesky, but Chesky set the pace yesterday.
That's Kennedy Smith. Man, the post players for USC. More McNeil. That's a foul.
The threes are going to come. They just have to settle themselves down, get some stops, maybe get out and run a little bit if they can.
Getting some stops is going to be key, but when shots like that fall for Kiki Iriafen, good luck. It's interesting. I wonder if we'll see more drives from Watkins. She hasn't shot a free throw yet today. She's the best in the Big Ten at shooting and making free throws. And one of the best in the Big Ten at shooting threes just did it. That's Yarden Garzone, second team All Big Ten. JuJu Watkins on the drive. She's made 185 free throws this year. That, again, is #1 in the league. And she does it by shooting 82% from the stripe.
Yeah, when you look at her numbers.
The last time we saw her was that game against USC on Saturday, which they won. She had not only 30 points on the day, but 23 in the first half.
Yeah, her 20th 30-plus point game.
Indiana down 8. That ball was not tipped by USC, so it's a turnover. Watkins from deep. The rebound chased down by Garzone. She's got Lexi Bargesser running the court for an easy 2.
But they took advantage early with that tight defense. That means the back doors are there, and Indiana was attacking.
Foul was on Parrish. That's her second. So JuJu Watkins now has 11 points, which means a streak continues. Every game as a freshman, except for one. In every game this year, she scored in double digits. The one she didn't have, interestingly enough, was the Pac-12 tournament championship game last year against Stanford when she had 9.
Yep. She struggled in that one, so she had to do other things, obviously. Had some fouls early on. And that's taken her out of a game. She only had 9, and they won.
And once again, Indiana finds some offense inside. Despite the height disadvantage, a great pass from Parrish to More McNeil.
And that's what's there. You know, you want threes. I know you want threes, but take what they give you. Read the defense, and eventually other things will open up.
The bounce pass couldn't be handled by Iriafen. Instead, it's an open look for Howell. Smith faces a double team and travels.
And now full court pressure, matching up player to player. Again, we'll see a variety of looks. Maybe not today from USC. They like to pull a few things out of their bag if they were able to get past this one. But if they need it, they've got it.
McNeil finds Chesky on the drive, and she scores. Hoosiers are the home state team, just 51 miles from Bloomington to Indianapolis. Smith from deep, all net in the bad way.
And that keeps Indiana right in it.
Bucket here makes it a one-possession game. Chesky, a mid-range. Back-to-back buckets for Chesky, and it's a two-point ball game.
Get this crowd a little livelier as well on their feet.
Heckle from deep. Iriafen keeps it alive. That stops a streak of 8 straight misses. Officials were making sure they were not in the bonus yet. Or not. This is Garzone from deep. Oh, that one finds a way to drop. Revenge for Garzone.
All around the rim, and this time through the net.
Foul inside on Indiana.
YMCA, just high off the backboard.
Well, we got a full crew here in Indianapolis bringing the Big Ten tournament to you for the 18th consecutive year coming up here. 3 more quarterfinal games coming your way. Some powerhouse teams like UCLA, Ohio State. It's going to be a fun one here in the Big Ten Network.
It sure is. Some close ones in last night's game. The second rounders that were down to the wire.
Under a minute to go. More McNeil. Inside. And she gets fouled. And this game hasn't seen a missed free throw yet.
Really set the tone, has made a difference to what they've been able to do on the offensive end. You get a stop here before halftime, this crowd's going to erupt even more.
A near turnover is not a turnover. Vargas almost had it.
They say on the inline, though.
Watkins immediately with a mid-range. She's got 16 points.
Mike, she's never too high, never too low. She's steady, calm, always. No pressure seems to bother her.
3 seconds difference between shot and game. More McNeil on Samuels. Spinning right into Watkins. Ooh, that's a quick tie-up call.
Tough to take.
It seemed fast, right? It didn't seem like her hand was even on the ball that long. Watkins on the drive. Too strong. 3 seconds left in the half. And no chance for a heave, but still, Indiana trying to do something that's only happened one time in 17 opportunities. That is be a 9 seed to beat the 1 in the Big Ten tournament. Immediately, Indiana commits an offensive foul.
Let's be real. USC forces just under 20 turnovers a game, so they know what they're doing.
JuJu Watkins starts the scoring for USC. And if you didn't join us earlier, Rhea Marshall is not playing. The senior who's one of the best in the Big Ten at getting rebounds is out ill. And that has been a problem for USC. Shea Chesky finds the basket, again going inside to score.
Well, she's been out there every single game this season as a starter. When you don't have that player kind of last minute, it takes a little time to get adjusted.
Short shot from Iriafen. They've got 3 right now, but also in their wins, they shoot 42% from deep, and in their losses, 25%. So it's very important to them. But heck, when they keep finding mid-range shots like that from a three-point shooter, keep doing it.
Yep.
Oh, Chesky's all over the place, forcing the steal off Iriafen.
Scrappy, hustle, that's what kept this team right in this game.
Oh, beautiful. No, not beautiful. It looked like a great block from Kennedy. So Moore McNeil back at the free throw line. Nobody's missed a free throw today. USC 8 for 8 from the stripe. Indiana 8 for 8 now as well. She scored 4 the first 90 seconds here. And Indiana.
And they have followed this team to Indianapolis.
Great defense from Indiana, forcing a turnover. Here's Garzone, head-to-head with Watkins. Swatted by Watkins.
She might want to patent that, I think.
58th block of the year for Watkins, third best in the entire league. Chesky.
And they're causing problems for USC. Those fouls are starting to accumulate.
Chesky at the free throw line. And the Hoosiers have the lead. And the Trojans stop this 8-0 run.
Zone D, but you have Moore McNeil face guarding JuJu Watkins. She'll have no help off.
Iriafen is so tough from 12 feet out. Zone loses it. She's got to shoot it with 5. That's just a heave, and it's nowhere close to the rim.
Maybe I'm going to dribble one or two more to try to get a little bit of a better look, but nonetheless, they'll get it back.
Iriafen goes one and done. Tied up here in Indianapolis. Chesky along two. Shea Chesky hasn't even tried a three-pointer yet. Chesky has 8 points the first 4 minutes of action in the second half. Watkins gets a whistle. Watkins, the 7th best free throw shooter in the league. This is the first. All-time leading scorer as a freshman in the history of Division I college basketball. Hits the second one, and Lily Meister is down in pain.
Yep. I hate to see that. They started her earlier in the season and then started bringing her back in, and you can see her trying to box out Iriafen. Oh, just
the left ankle.
Yep.
But she's gingerly walking off the court. She'll head to their locker room. We'll see if she comes back. So Indiana down a player with injury, up by 1. Shea Chesky has been the offense this third quarter for the home state team. Floating a shot up, trying to get over the size of the Hoosiers. It doesn't work. Trojans running. It's all JuJu all day long. She's surpassed 20 points now for the 24th time this season.
Long stride that she has to finish, and she assesses the situation. It gives her that time to do that.
Trouble inside. That's a foul on Howell. Second on Howell. Well, look what JuJu can do when she gets the ball and decides to get a full head of steam.
Yeah, her length, she'll rebound and then take off running. And the defense tried to get back, but she faces up those 2 long strides. It lets her hang for a little bit.
That was an excellent pass from Shea Chesky. Perfect cut from Caroline Strickland as the Hoosiers take the lead back again.
Yeah, those two have a good connection. We saw that yesterday in their win against Oregon.
Von Oelhoffen from deep.
I think just her awareness of knowing how to calm everything down and find her peace. I think that's what it is.
Thank you so much. We can't wait to watch JuJu continue to grow in this game.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, Mike, I feel calm already just listening to her parents. Now I'm starting to understand it because they are so calm and cool, and I think JuJu really feeds off of them. They are amazing parents and followers, and they help her through all the NIL deals that Autumn was talking about and everything that she has going on. There's so much going on in her young life.
Wonderful feed from Oelhoffen to Iriafen to finish.
She got the angle on that as Iriafen was trying to get herself set. And Oelhoffen, that veteran point guard, able to get the right angle.
Sydney Parrish started out hot for Indiana, scoring 7 points early. Parrish has yet to score since then. Garzone was last year in November against a really good Ohio State team.
Yeah.
She scored 32 points.
Yeah.
Her first ever college win.
Just remarkable. I mean, it's just some of those things. Every single time you see this team, you think, okay, what has she done now? What do I need to add to the accolades?
Iriafen fighting for position on Strickland. Double team, triple teamed. And And it'll stay USC.
Saw Strickland come over, knocking the ball away.
Iriafen, an off-balance shot. It's Watkins. He is the Big Ten Player of the Year, a member of the All-Defensive Team, first team All-Big Ten, and in a year with some legit, incredible national talent, Iriafen on her. Tough defense from the Trojans. Now Parrish. More McNeil was going to drive. She had the angle, but lost it off her foot. There's Smith underneath. It's a 10-2 run for the Trojans. More McNeil hasn't hit a three. She's tried a couple a day. Strickland baseline. Vargasser is down. And Iriafen, lethal from long range, but still inside the arc.
She's connected on some threes this year. She's extended her range, but typically she likes that mid-range jumper or the layups.
JuJu almost pokes it away. Instead, there's a foul. So Garzone at the free throw line. She's an 87% shooter from the stripe.
Indiana's really capitalized.
I mean, 15 of 15.
Yeah.
If they just shoot like a normal team would, like 10 of 15, this game feels drastically different.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Iriafen, another long two, another make. The Trojan lead is 7. Garzone.
Grad student transfer from Stanford, and Lindsay Gottlieb calls her a superstar. Sky's the limit.
She had a great second half yesterday, dropping 13 points in their second round win.
Garzone read that she had Von Oelhoffen on her at 5'10" compared to her 6'3", so she went down to the block. That's why she was able to get to the free throw line.
That time Iriafen misses, and the problem was she was too close to the basket.
Some full court pressure, and they're just going to match up.
Lily Meister, by the way, back in the game after leaving with an ankle injury.
Is really hopeful for her and for Indiana.
Yarden Garzone hits her 4th three-pointer. Howell, baseline. We have got a bowl game.
This could do a massive amount of impact considering the fact that they have a lot of fluidity right now in the latest bracket prediction for me on that 8 line, that 9 line as well, as they can push themselves up. As far as an 8 or a 7, this would be a major statement.
And it's been almost impossible to miss today from the free throw line.
JuJu, one of the best on the year.
Misses again, but Iriafen keeps the possession alive.
Iriafen picked up that 3rd personal late in the second, but I like her out there.
Kennedy Smith short on the 3. Akunwafo with the board. This is the 3rd chance for USC. Iriafen blocked and fouled by Parrish. For Sydney Parrish, she's now got 4 fouls. This is the 10th game this year. She's had 4 fouls or more, but only once has she fouled out.
Looking over and trying to see, am I coming out of this one? I think she may. There's a lot of game left. She knew that JuJu was on her way.
2 fouls on Watkins. It's the 13th turnover by USC. Garzone from deep. Again! She can't be stopped! Yarden Garzone is 5 of 7 from deep. She's got 21 points. And JuJu just quiets everybody. Garzone was playing great and Watkins playing great. Here in the second half, Watkins has 11 points. Garzone has 12. The 2 star players have come out in the Big Ten tournament in a big way. And there's Yarden Garzone driving the lane for 2 more. She's up to 23.
Watkins and Garzone, the leading scorers for both of these teams. The stars come out in big games.
My goodness, an unstoppable mid-range for Iriafen. Yarden Garzone wants it inside. No, nice defense from the freshman Smith. JuJu to the freshman Howell. Yes! Up ahead at Strickland. But There were 3 Trojans right near her.
7 freshmen added. This coaching staff knew. They said, we've got a lot to work on coming in this year.
3 5-star prospects. That's a great cut from Parrish, but Iriafen commits the foul. Parrish is at the free throw line. Indiana hasn't missed a single free throw today. Quarterfinals continue. We got Maryland and Michigan next on the Big Ten Network. 5 versus 4 in the history of this tournament. Completely tied, 14 wins for each side. That was the first missed free throw, by the way, by Indiana after starting the game 18 of 18. Crowd wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. Instead, it's a foul on Indiana. Sydney Parrish is out of the game. Transferred over to IU. Played 29 good minutes today, and they will not have her the rest of the ball game. Arden Garzone has hit 5 3-pointers. Trying to get some space, but there's Kennedy Smith all over her. Beautiful steal for the freshman Smith, and an easy 2 for the Trojans. More McNeil to Chesky from deep. Chesky! That's her first 3-point attempt. Now, before they get there, they're trying to win the Big Ten tournament, which would be back-to-back years they won conference tournaments. Last year in the Pac-12, this year potentially in the Big Ten. 4 minutes to play. A turnover for USC gives the Hoosiers the ball, and 25 of the points this half have come from Chesky and Garzone combined. The rest of the team has added only 7. Garzone on the drive. Bounce pass to Meister, blocked from behind and fouled by Von Oelhoff. Indiana trying to win their 20th game of the season, which they would do then 10 years in a row. Their biggest win of the season. Lily Meister at the free throw line, drills them both. She left the game earlier with what looked like a painful ankle injury, but she has come back, and those free throws made it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, thank goodness she was able to. We were certainly hopeful.
Von Oelhoff has such a good shot from deep. That's her second one today.
One of 4 players on this team, over 1,400 career points. So many of them have come behind the 3-point arc.
Once again, every time Indiana feels like momentum's on their way, USC gets a quick answer offensively. Ooh, that was close enough. It could have been on Meister to push it out, so I get why she gave that effort there.
I love it.
Here's JuJu Watkins, 27 points today. Change that number quickly. JuJu Watkins has 30 points for the 7th time this season.
Felt like the defense was right out on her as well.
And a one and done for IU. Boy, does Indiana need a stop.
Yeah, she's only 19.
There's Chloe Moore McNeil with the defense the second they needed it. Down the lane she goes on Von Oelhoff, and she gets fouled. Here's the deal. That foul is number 4 on Von Oelhoff. Moore McNeil has hit all 7 free throw attempts today. Make it 8. But with 2 minutes to go, USC leads by 7 and has the ball and faces pressure from Indiana. That's an immediate foul. One of the 10 best in the entire conference. She misses there. She's an 81% shooter. It's the second. We approach 90 seconds left. The Hoosiers need a bucket in a bad way. Moore McNeil gets a foul on Watkins. Honorable mention All Big Ten this year. 3rd straight year she's been an All Big Ten honoree. Been one of those do-it-all players for Terry Morin for years. And today, doing it all has meant hitting her free throws. A minute 10 to go. In the corner, the freshman Howell. And a rebound to Strickland. Here's an opportunity for Indiana. 1 minute to play. Moore McNeil on the drive, short. Strickland gets fouled. If it's on Iriafen, she's toast. It is. Both teams are in the bonus now, so free throws are coming no matter what.
I can't say enough about what it's meant to not have Rhea Marshall out there. And Indiana's been so scrappy, and they've been on the attack. They've gone to the interior.
Stripling, the transfer from Tennessee, hits the second one.
Doesn't happen.
Remember, top 5 in the Big Ten in steals and blocks to go along with being the number 2 scorer. That's 10 made free throws for her.
The things that she's worked on throughout her career when she's not in the game have paid off. She works on free throws relentlessly. She works on her shot. She works on more McNeil 0 for 2 today behind the arc. She's a capable three-point shooter, and they don't have Sydney Parrish on the bench now with the 5 personals.
It's Kennedy Smith. Defense almost turning into immediate offense. That's another freshman guarding the inbounds Howell, making it so hard for Bargasser.
Plus for Indiana.
She missed them both. And as Indiana starts, it is Garzone inbounding. She finds Stripling. Garzone will fire from deep. She's short. It was on line, but not enough. The Hoosiers have missed 9 of their last 10 shots and have to foul.
Got her a beautiful look.
Might have the legs under.
Yeah.
Allowed Indiana to stay fairly close. This free throw, however,
Surgery. She gained a lot of confidence.
This isn't both for Indiana. They still have a shot. More McNeil in the paint. She wants a 3. Stripling will take it and hit it. Talia van Olhoffen will inbound for USC. Hoosiers will not guard the inbound. Quickly hits Howell, who's trying to grip down that clock as much as she can.
See, but the palm, it looked like she had some blood in there. She's not coming out.
It's March.
You're not coming out right now.
She's back to 6. She misses. Freshman struggling at the free throw line. So an opportunity again for Indiana as the clock's winding down. More McNeil offline. Howell with the board. And USC is sitting pretty. Up by 6. 4 wins in 4 days in the Big Ten tournament has never happened. We came as close last year as you could possibly come, as Nebraska won 3 games in 3 days.
How fun was that? And this one's setting itself up to be just as good.
Free throw missed, 7-point deficit. More McNeil, top of the key, book it. 3 seconds left. Smith, Samuels, ball game. Oh, no, they called a foul with 6/10. And this means USC will move into the semifinals, having still only lost 1 conference game since joining the Big Ten.
Conference loss to Notre Dame on their home court.
84-79, an impressive game. Both teams played great. Great defense on each side. The Stars came out to play.